What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome to today's video. Now, today we're going to be actually talking about the next Call of Duty title. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, what are you talking about, Jordan? It's the middle of January. We still have 10 full months before the next Call of Duty game is released. While that is very true, there's still a little bit to talk about in regards to it. Am I late to the party? Yes, but I did this for a reason because I knew that there were people like T. Martin, Allier, all these people that you guys may be subscribed to that would do a video on this, and I knew a lot of them wouldn't touch on some stuff. So we're going to touch on that stuff here today. So what everyone is probably thinking in regards to the next Call of Duty title, it's going to be a Treyarch game like every other year, right? Well, possibly wrong. The first of these recent rumors and hints to the next Call of Duty game was that of Sergeant Frank Woods, the man behind the voice. James C. Burns said on Twitter there was a lot of guessing about the next Call of Duty title, and one of his fans tweeted him back saying that he was sad there wasn't going to be any Frank Woods or zombies in the next Call of Duty title, to that of which he retweeted it. So, obviously the man knows something, and maybe he just did it out of the love of his fans wanting to see him more, but maybe he was actually hinting to something further. And to continue a little bit more on it, he said that there was going to be non-zombies to look forward to, which if you guys don't know, that is a mini project of his. It is nothing to do with Call of Duty. But Burns is one of those people that I don't know how to take this because he's known to let things slip, yes, but he also has a very comedic side to him. So I guess we can chalk that one up in the maybe column for a new developer in 2014, but the thing that everyone is talking about is what Sledgehammer Games did. It was either a massive slip or they did it on purpose. Now, Sledgehammer's been a long time in the running for a Call of Duty title. They were actually supposed to be making a third-person version of Call of Duty a while back, but that project got tossed aside by Activision, and instead they went on to help the development of MW3. Now, before we go into any hints about what has happened recently, you need to remember this. Sledgehammer was rumored to have a COD title the year that MW3 came out, and in that year, they only ended up co-developing it with Infinity Ward. Mother Activision said that they weren't too ready for the game yet, and in that same year, something similar to what happened recently happened then. And what I mean by that is a job listing for the next Call of Duty title, air quotes, came about. So is this round 2? The job listing that was posted was a weapons and vehicle artist, which is a temporary position at Sledgehammer Games. And in that listing, it was said Sledgehammer Games, co-developers of Call of Duty MW3, is hiring. The Sledgehammer character team is looking for a top-notch hard surface modeler to join our AAA family working on the next Call of Duty game. In this position, candidates would live, eat, and breathe everything vehicles and weapon related. And how convenient that coincidentally Sledgehammer was verified on Twitter recently. Possibly this really is just a coincidence, but we'll count that towards the info helping their case. So with all this said, what does this mean? Now, if Sledgehammer was granted its own COD title, that would make a 3-year developer rotation, and as much as I love Treyarch and zombies, and my first instinct is to say that I hate that idea, it really could prove beneficial towards the Call of Duty franchise. With that happening, much more time would be dedicated to developing and perfecting a game that would give each developer 2.5 to 3.5 years to work on the game. And whenever you think of the 3.5 year time that I just said, well, that is actually very in fact true, because right after the launch of a game, the developers and teams at these studios start planning not only for the rest of their game, but for their next launch. Whether you want to believe it or not, or even can believe it or not, that is how much time goes into the production of each game. Even though everybody may complain and say it doesn't seem that, it is 100% true. As soon as the game launches, there are already thoughts about the next title. Now, that being said, it would be the rotation of Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and Infinity Ward if all things were to continue as they are now in this situation. Although thinking about different ideas on what could happen, I thought of something recently that if this were the case, it would be possible that this could happen. We are so used to seeing 2 developers of a Call of Duty title that it just switches off and on between the developers each year. Now, if that's the case, something as radical as 3 would seem very alien to us, but at the same point in time, as much as that is an accepted idea, it could also be the fact that it's the very opposite, that there are still going to be 2 developers. What do I mean by this? Well, perhaps one of these developers we're so used to seeing are leaving Activision. Each studio is signed to a contract for X amount of years. Though that number has never really been publicly displayed, it's possible that one of these developers are at the expiration date for their contract and decide, you know what, we don't really want to be here anymore. And despite the fame and money that the Call of Duty title garnishes, perhaps that is the case. And if that is the case, Would it be Treyarch that's leaving? For those of you that don't follow Zombies or the upper echelon of creators that much, Zombies is said to be making a return, but nowhere near where any of us would imagine. And while this is all speculation, could it be possible that the longtime fan idea of a zombie standalone game would happen? Like I said, sheer speculation, there's absolutely no proof behind that or anything. It's just an idea that popped into my head that I thought would be pretty cool, to be honest with you. But like I said, sheer speculation, so don't hold me to that. Don't be like, you're so dumb, Jordan. It's just an idea. Now, as for Sledgehammer actually getting this title, we'll get back to that. Would the series be a continuation or a new series? Sledgehammer was rumored to be continuing the Modern Warfare series, mostly because of a previous job listing that was made out and interpreted possibly wrong, where it said it was a Modern Warfare game they were developing. That doesn't necessarily mean the series, especially because the series wrapped up in Modern Warfare 3. It could just mean modern times. Now, whatever the story may be behind it, I can almost guarantee that they're going to be catering more towards the next-gen console, and if this 3-year rotation actually happens, I can almost promise you that the next Treyarch title will be one of two things. One, the last combination generation Call of Duty title, or it will be the very first next-gen exclusive Call of Duty title. And as silly of a statement as that may be, it is a very bold move. But that's really all there is to cover on this. I went over a lot of stuff. I said some stuff that is almost pure speculation. I said some stuff that may be confirmed later on, but that is all for time to tell. That's been my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name has been Espresso. If you did like the video, please leave a like rating down below. Any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you're OG like that are always greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best of Call of Duty Ghost content. I still have a ton of stuff coming to you guys. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. I shall see you guys later. Take care and peace.
Yeah.